And I'm going to keep this on live for just a little bit. So anybody on live will um, get a taste of what we're talking about here. And then
Yeah.
hopefully, hopefully somebody else will join us along with that because we have so much fun. So I am going to share my screen. How are you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me? I have to talk to you later on. That's what I was going to ask you to please send me a link to make an appointment.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, that's definitely part of the presentation anyway. So,
I lost you. I know
age,
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
you can't. Oh, well,
Oh,
so
here
I'm,
you are because you have
yeah.
everything up here. I was looking for my printout also, but at
Okay.
this point I don't know where anything is, so I'll just watch it on
Well,
television. Yeah.
I think it's the energy of the day. So, we'll just kind of put our feet in the ground and just kind of take that breath because our breath is going to help us with our body's aging process. So,
And
um,
how?
and how?
And
So,
how?
we are here. All right, so we are talking about anti aging remedies. And like I've mentioned before, it's my birthday month. So, this is this was an appropriate segue I felt for me, and
Happy birthday.
um, it will be at the end of the month. And there we have Sue coming to join us. Yeah. And just as a little side segue, so I was born on March 21st, 1959 at 8:47 a.m. in Casablanca, Morocco.
Oh my God.
So that translates really, if I'm here celebrating, I really should be celebrating it on March 20th because then it's March 21st in Casablanca.
I would
So
celebrate both.
I'm celebrating the whole month.
Yes.
Right. And as you may have seen or heard, I am doing a giveaway this month as part of my celebration. And so Barbara Dunn won the first week. So each week I'm doing a drawing. She won the bath tea bags to help soothe, she could put them in her bath as she um, needs some time to soothe. It's good for her skin and all that good stuff. And then, so I'll do that each Sunday night. And then at the very end, I'll do a grand prize drawing of an anti-aging remedy kit. And it has oils in there and scrubs. And there she is.
I am.
Yeah. And Sue, if you want, I'm not sure if you're at work or if you can share your video, but you are welcome to.
Yeah, I'm kind of at work here, so I'll
Okay.
just stick with
Okay. Well, it's
okay.
no worries. No worries. It's just lovely to see your name. Um, anyways, so I just wanted to um, point that out to encourage people. Again, when you sign up for the guide, your name gets put in the pot for that drawing. So, all right. So we are here discussing anti-aging remedies. So, if you are interested in anti aging remedies, you are not alone. It has nothing to do with vanity, it has everything to do with being our best self.
Oh.
So, but many times we become fearful and we look in the mirror and we're like, ah. And so we just grab on to the latest thing, maybe chemical peels or Botox or something. So I would say maybe it's time to put aside all the more expensive products that you might be doing because they can damage your skin and start with a more natural approach. And so there are many vitamins and minerals, foods, even essential oils that can help give you it gives you a more youthful appearance, but it protects your skin and your body and it you feel younger. You have more of a flow and fluidity in your spirit, and that translates into how you move in your body. So it's more a sense, it's not a vanity thing. So, how to tell if your skin is aging? So in some ways, your skin is like a roadmap of your life. You know, you might have this chin scar from when you fell off your bike in second grade, the crinkles around your eyes from decades of laughter, the crease. I'm often, you might see me sometimes going like this, the crease that appears when you're deep in thought. And these are the signposts that mark your unique journey. However, some signs of aging, like maybe sagging skin or just more wrinkles or spots, because I'm pointing here because I have some age spots. Here's gonna welcome in Judy. Um, so some of these signs of aging, they are preventable and they're actually reversible. And you can slow them down with healthy lifestyle and nutritional choices. Um, and so, whether you're just starting to see signs of aging or you want to reverse skin damage that have been caused by past choices, I just want you to listen on for some natural anti aging skincare tips as well as protecting the rest of your body to keep it healthy and vital. Our skin tends to be one of the first signs of something. You may have heard me in the past talk about our blood sugar being that canary in the coal mine, which is why it's so important to test it. But honestly, I really think our skin is the very first sign of something to pay attention to. The other thing is the aging process is a natural part of life. It's not something to be feared or run away from or denied. Um, but the way you look as you get older can be a reflection of where you've been. Like I said, you may have a scar from when you fell off your bike or anything like that. So um, as we look at that reflection, we can go, what can I do differently? Can I change that? So when you start noticing differences in your skin's appearance, bless you, remember how you earned them through time. They're like little memory snapshots. You know, again, the little lines in as you in your wrinkles, the the fine lines here. You know, it's like from laughing. Okay. And yes, I tend to get these lines here. It's like, okay, that just shows I think a lot. So it's not that I want to deny parts of who I am. It's it is are these wrinkles, are the is this dry skin, these age spots, are they also telling me that there's something wrong, not or that something's out of balance and I need to address that. So when you start noticing differences in your skin's appearance, again, remember how you earned them through time and love and loss and laughter. And that can help you accept and even revel in them. So while you can't turn back the hands of time, you can help your skin and the rest of your body stay as healthy as possible for as long as possible. So, how can you tell if your skin is aging? So, even if you're at an age and it's not obvious when you look in the mirror, every day your skin is aging, hopefully gracefully, just like the rest of your body. So, signs of aging vary according to your age, maybe your lifestyle or genetics, any external factors like sun exposure and environmental stress and pollution. So, again, lines and wrinkles are a fairly universal signifier of aging skin. And that's what often appears first and around the eye area. Um, I noticed first too, like dimples. I didn't grow up with dimples, but now I have these little dimples here around my mouth. So some other signs here I have on this slide: sagging skin due to loss of collagen and elastin. age spots or sunspots. I know I have some down here. I do have dark spots on my skin, on my neck. Visible blood vessels, not just in your face, but maybe on your legs. Um, you may notice as you get older, the the blood vessels in your hands become more pronounced. You may have dry skin. I notice my skin here is a little more dry, and it's a rough texture. Thinning skin again on my hands. I've noticed my skin is getting a little thinner, and possibly enlarged pores. So feel free to ask questions as we go along. All right, so now we're going to get into the meat of it. We're going to talk about foods. So if you're looking to appear more youthful, it all starts with what you put in your body. You may think that beauty starts on the outside, but it really starts on the inside. I know that Beatrice and I were talking about that a little bit earlier. You are probably already aware of the importance of drinking enough water and staying hydrated, not just for general health and well-being, but also for holding on to your youthful appearance and reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. But that's not all. So I'm going to stop the share for a second, and I am going to say goodbye to the folks on Facebook. And again, if you want to join us, the link is in the description, and I'll happily welcome you in. All right, so stop live stream. There we go. All right, so before I go on to the foods, I want to make sure, are there any questions anybody has? No? Oh.
This is Sue. I just want to let you know I don't have any questions at this time.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Feel free to either open your mic and ask them, or you can put them in the chat, and however works for you. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you being here. All right, so we'll go back to the slides. And from the current slide, where's the current slide? That's not where. Where was I? Oh, here we are. There we go. All right, so there are many foods that are very good for you, delicious, and can help you maintain that glow. So these are some of the foods that you can add to your diet for the purpose of natural anti-aging. Again, we're all different. And so some people may not respond well to oats or to green tea. I actually at this moment cannot eat Brussels sprouts because I have to be careful of sulfur and methane and ammonia. So that's where doing appropriate testing and finding out what will work for you. And also amount is really important. So, oh, I wanted to. So I'm going to talk about each of these different foods. For some reason, I thought I put a slide up for them. So the way you eat has a profound impact on your skin's appearance. So did you know that chemical and preservative containing processed foods, as well as refined sugars, which I talked about last month in the sugar detox, contribute to skin aging? So again, if you followed me during last month's sugar detox theme, you would have heard me share more about that. And so if you did not get the guide for the sugar detox, let me know and I can send that off to you. So instead of focusing, I want you to focus on an organic. If you can get a hold of biodynamic foods, that's even great. But I find that more plant-based really works. But again, it depends, right? Some people actually do better with more animal products. But I guess I want to stress vegetables are really important to not just totally take them out, include some vegetables in there. I know if you have possibly an issue with oxalates, certain leafy greens especially may actually make the problem worse. So that again is where testing and knowing your own body is really important. And again, we want to look at whole foods. Um, let's see. So this type of eating will give your skin the nutrients it craves to look youthful and radiant. And so as I said before, your skin is just showing what's going on within you. And so if you're feeding your body the food that it requires, that's what I call your body superfoods. It will show in your skin. It's not a vanity thing. It's an awareness that your skin is showing the health of your body. So, like for me, some of my superfoods are Swiss chard and apples and grapefruit and cranberries and things like that, pomegranates actually. And but I have to minimize things like kale. So that's what works for me. Some other anti-aging foods are carrots, squash, and other orange produce because they're high in carotenoids, which protects against photoaging. So, you know, the way the sun hits your face, any of the environmental pollution.
Oh, you stay here now.
Red grapes are high in resveratrol, and that is a polyphenol. And this may prevent free radical damage. So free radicals are when they get into the oxygen and that destroys your cells. That's just a really basic way to put it. Citrus fruits, they're a good source of vitamin C, which can help maintain collagen, and that will prevent that sagging skin. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, and that is a carotene that can, again, protect against sun damage. So here again, tomatoes showed up with tomatoes over the last few years have almost been decimated in around the world because of this tomato brown ribose virus. And so when I last tested, it showed that virus in my system, and that virus is inflammatory. So right now I'm avoiding as much as possible tomatoes to just help calm things down and get rid of it. Walnuts and olive oil are both excellent plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, and any omega-3 fatty acids you can use, like with cold water fish, will help keep your skin moist. And then olives and olive oil for me are, again, a superfood because of that. A lot of these foods also help feed the good bacteria in your microbiome. So that's another consideration. You know, we often talk about how everything begins in the gut, and it's because when we have a diverse variety of bacterias and probiotics and just different cultures within our gut, we're going to have more health within the rest of our body, within our veins, within our skin, all of that. And then aloe vera, whether it's used topically or taken internally, is excellent for skin health. It provides anti-aging benefits, adds moisture, and reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And if you're following me on Facebook, you'll see that I will be posting, because I had written in about oats, and today I did about avocados. So you'll see me posting more information about these there. So now we're going to talk about essential oils. So who here uses essential oils? If you're ever interested.
I do.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Excellent, thank you. And if ever anybody's interested, and it's not like I have stock in it or anything, but I do sell Young Living, although I do use other essential oils. I'm not wed to any different company. So the next type of natural remedy to consider for anti-aging is in your essential oils. Um, Essential oils are they're the pure oils that are extracted directly from either the petals or the stems, the leaves, um, sometimes the seeds of different herbs. Um, so it's herbs and plants and flowers, as you can see here. And these pure oils are high in concentration. So they provide a lot of amazing health benefits. But because it's so concentrated, it takes a lot of plants to make that little bottle of essential oil. So the other thing you'll hear from me is to be really mindful, kind of like when I talk about honey, be really mindful of the honey or the bee pollen or any of those products because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of work. And it's a, I guess a respect issue that when we use these products, ask, do I really need to use this? Sometimes you'll hear me tell people, well, put the plant in your office or around you first and let it just send its loving vibrations to you. And it will tell you, you really need my essential oil here to really give you that benefit. So I just kind of want to put that out there because they do have a lot of amazing health benefits and especially for our skin. So some of the essential oils that I feel are better for anti-aging than others include frankincense, lavender, geranium, and pomegranate seed oil. So first we're going to talk about
Then you
frankincense.
don't have rose oil for your
You
skin?
know, I have it, but I don't have it in here because it's like okay. And the other thing too with rose oil or rose water or any of those, it's expensive.
Very expensive. But I use, for example, when I use rose oil on my skin, it's really good for wrinkles, and I use one drop. I put
Yeah, that's true.
the other oils that I'm using in my the palm of my hand, then I just put one drop and use it like that.
Yeah,
It is very expensive, but it's really good and it has an awfully high vibration.
absolutely. You will not get an argument from me. And I thought about it because I do have some here of my own. Um, but I was thinking, what, if, especially if people are newer to this thought process, what would be more affordable to get them started?
And now,
And so, yeah,
do you use the other oils also mixed with something else, not straight the
yeah,
essential oils?
exactly. And I mentioned that here. I mix
Yeah,
it with either jojoba
yeah,
oil or
that it
olive
is.
oil.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yeah. Some people use coconut oil. I tend to, I don't do as well with coconut products. And so, because it's cooling and I already run a little cool. So, the jojoba and olive oil are more of a warm to neutral thermal temperature.
Those are good.
Sesame oil is also good, and sweet almond oil are also good.
Yeah.
But these are easier to find. Um, at least, I feel like I'm in a good area to figure out what most people would get because there's not a lot available. So sometimes that's what it's based off of is what can I get in my area. And if I can get it, I'm pretty sure other people can get it
I get
too.
it.
Yeah. So frankincense is native to the Middle East and India, and it's now one of the most common essential oils worldwide. Um, Researchers in a 2003 study found that frankincense oil may help reduce or prevent the appearance of sunspots. So I've got these little dark ones, so I've started putting a little more on
Ah,
there. And it can help improve your skin tone, and it can also reduce the appearance of wrinkles. Um, and the oil can also regenerate new skin cells. So, with a little frankincense oil applied in the right way, you can tighten up your skin and prevent some of these early signs so you can prevent it, but it can help also reverse some of that. Um, but again, like I say here, you want to make sure that you're using a carrier oil. Um, so again, use whatever works for you. Um, I have both jojoba and olive oil. And knowing the quality, again, I'm not going to name brands or anything like that, but just make sure that it's either organic or biodynamic, um, and just know the quality of the source you're getting it from. And that goes not just for the essential oil, but your carrier oil as well. Because you can go to the grocery store and buy, some um, la- labeled, store labeled olive oil. That does not mean it's something you should put in your body or on your face, you know. So just putting that out there as well. So lavender. Okay, I'm sure you've heard about the many benefits of lavender, especially for stress and sleep. But lavender oil's benefits for stress also extend to our skin. It's available in many forms, including essential oils. So if you can again buy or harvest the buds, the flower buds, and just put that in your bathtub or your foot bath or anything like that. You can make a potpourri out of it and just have it there. You can have a lavender plant by you and just again let it love on you. Um, but there is the essential oils as well. Um, Oxidative stress from free radicals can damage the skin. And so the flower itself has antioxidants to help combat the free radicals. And then this will reduce your overall stress. Um, and so it reduces the stress of the skin. It helps it relax. And this just kind of smooths it out. It just has this soothing capability for your skin, especially if it's feeling a little dull. And if we're not outside as much as we really should be, you know, making like a scrub or something, and you can use lavender in with that or a mask. Just have that on there. And again, when you do these things, especially if you're busy in the morning, we have a tendency, slap dash, and we're not really looking in the mirror and saying, oh, look at this beautiful skin. I love you, and I'm taking care of you, and it will respond. So anyway, it's just really good for relaxing and distressing your skin and reducing irritation and inflammation. Water is really good. You can actually put a lavender drop or two in your water, and that will help with your liver, and that's good for your skin.
Mm.
um, but again, if you're using it topically, if you already have just a really neutral moisturizer or night cream, you can put a drop or two in there. All right. Geranium. Geranium oil, again, it's very similar to lavender in that it is used for soothing and relaxing your skin. And the great thing about this is that it can also it has that aroma that just soothes your senses when you smell it. And so you get that aromatherapy benefit as well. Um, I'm also, again, really, I hear a lot about people diffusing, like always diffusing. And again, I'm really careful about that. Um, to me, the real aromatherapy benefit is when you put it on your skin, or maybe if you have a kerchief or something, you tuck it in around or something like that. To me, that's the best aromatherapy experience. And with geranium oil, you're allowing your skin to be firmer, and it regulates the sebum in your pores to reduce acne. And there is such a thing as adult acne. Um, Geranium extracts have been studied in the past as possible cold remedies. And we may be going, well, I think we're out of cold season, but really you're not, because as we transition and our weather changes, your immune system has to work harder to stay balanced. And so this is really when we want to up things to help us with our immune system. The geranium's natural anti-inflammatory effects may be useful in treating sinusitis and bronchitis. And geranium has also been studied for its potential moisture balance and skin cell renewal in people with acne. All right, and so the last essential oil, and this is just a few of them. There are so many more, but again, I just was focusing on these, is pomegranate seed oil. So while not exactly an essential oil because it comes from a seed, I felt it was worth mentioning here. It's been used for so many different health purposes, including help with anti-aging. So, as you can tell, it was extracted from the seeds. And the pomegranate seeds have lots of nutrients and antioxidants in them. And so that's going to protect your skin against sun damage. Living Libations actually has a really good oil for skin, and it has pomegranate seed oil and carrot seed oil. So those are two really good oils to use to protect your skin. And as we know, if we don't take care of our skin, and this, it's not that we have to wear sunscreen per se. It's eating the right foods, because I really feel SPF is superfoods. I don't know if that's, but anyway, it's doing those things which can lead to premature aging and early lines and wrinkles. The pomegranate has grown popular as a food additive in recent years. However, it's a very complex fruit, and so it just has so many numerous health benefits. According to one 2014 study, pomegranate oil has the potential to reduce the oxidative stress that leads to free radicals. It may also help reduce inflammation, photoaging or sunspots, and skin cancer cells. So it's an important one to include. So now we're going to talk about herbs, unless, does anybody have any questions? Okay. So now that you've learned about foods and essential oils that can provide anti-aging benefits, it's time to go into herbs, my favorite. Herbs are often used for natural health remedies, but don't forget about beauty. We are beautiful creatures, and we should embrace that. I know we just recently celebrated International Women's Day, and our beauty isn't just the things we put, what people look at. What really it is, it's what shows, what shines. But as we take care of ourselves, it allows that glow to come out and bless other people. So you can heal your skin on the outside and on the inside by using these 6 amazing herbs. There are other herbs, but again, I focused on these because they're more attainable, and so I just thought that would be easier. So we've got ginseng, thyme, sage, turmeric, cinnamon, and cloves. So ginseng. So the reason this is at the top of the list is because ginseng has a long list of healing properties. It truly is a versatile herb that heals your body and mind. I was recently watching a Vietnamese video, and the man, what did they say? He was undersexed, and the woman wasn't able to get pregnant, and so they were pushing on him. He needs to take ginseng, and I thought that was really interesting. You can increase stamina and physical performance and get natural stress relief with this herb. With ginseng, you are fighting the effects that stress has on your body, which includes your skin. And through this, your skin doesn't go through as much irritation and therefore holds on to this youthful appearance for longer. Um, and probably the most popular and common form of ginseng includes the Korean or Panax ginseng. But there's also Siberian ginseng, which we sometimes called luthro, and Indian ginseng, which is also called ashwagandha. Again, in watching that Vietnamese, there is a Vietnamese ginseng, and that's just what they call it, Vietnamese ginseng. I was like, okay, I hadn't heard of that. But we have heard of ashwagandha and panax and luthro. And all of these are excellent at helping the body adapt to different situations, and thus we reduce the effects of stress. Stress doesn't go away. It's how we manage it, and the effects that come along with it. And that's why they're called adaptogens. There we go. So increased stamina and heightened mental and physical performance are often commonly reported when you take ginseng. Ginseng is also really good for your brain. I have been taking a tincture. I have to put my tinctures in hot water. And welcome to our new audience member. But I have issues with alcohol, and so I put my tinctures. I get tipsy really easy, and let's see here. Hi. Oh, Rocky. Hi. And so I just putting that out there in case you're afraid to take a tincture. Put it in hot water and take it as a tea. It evaporates the alcohol, but you still get the essence of the herbs. All right, so this is ginseng. Excellent, excellent for so
Lynn,
many. Yes.
do you only use the leaves in that?
No, the root.
The
I do
roots.
the root. Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely the root. Great question. And thyme. You may even have thyme sitting like a little pot of what they call pot herbs. If you read any old classics, especially that take place in Britain, they'll talk about pot herbs, and that's like thyme. The primary benefit thyme provides your skin is helping to fight against skin infections. So when you get a cut or a sore in your face or other part of your skin, you have a risk of a bacterial infection. I recently wrote about this yesterday in my honey post. So you could put honey and thyme on a cut, and they both have huge antibacterial effects. And so they can help with this scarring or redness or any other permanent marks on your face. And even if you have like acne scars or pock marks or anything, you can put this on there and this will really help. If you don't have good raw honey, or like manuka honey or something, you can also use castor oil for scars. So castor oil and thyme will be really good for scarring. And then by using thyme in your cooking, you're helping to protect your whole entire body along with your skin against these infections, and therefore you can avoid any serious complications that they can have on your body, including your skin. Because again, your skin is what shows what's happening. It's an early indicator. Let's see here. And again, this is another herb with multiple benefits. It not only makes your food flavorful, but also prevents skin damage and signs of aging. It's a free radical scavenger. and has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that protect your skin from the signs of aging. So you can have your food and look good at the same time. The next one kind of goes along with it. It's another pot herb, sage. And again, sage can help to reduce inflammation in your skin. Um, and many of these natural remedies for your skin, you'll see, fight inflammation. And the reason this is important, hey Judy, is because it reduces redness, and this can also help slow down the aging process. So sage naturally has anti-inflammatory properties and helping not just your skin but your entire body. Sage is also rich in antioxidants, and that helps reverse the signs of aging, like again, age spots, wrinkles, fine lines. Sage contains flavonoids, um, phenolic carboxylic acids, phenolic diterpenes, and other antioxidants that protect your skin from aging. So there you go. And turmeric, you know, turmeric is that vibrant yellow spice that you commonly see in curry, and it offers a wealth of benefits. Among them is the ability to support the body's normal response to inflammation and oxidative stress. You know, I was talking to one of my daughters the other day, um, and if I haven't mentioned it here, so my second daughter was about a month ago diagnosed with a pretty aggressive form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. It's actually, they consider it rare, especially for her age and the way it's progressing. And I was telling her, you know, and she's in her second week of radiation. She goes out to Rochester, Minnesota, and stays with one of my daughters while she's doing this. And I've been encouraging her to not hate on her body, to love on these cells, and as they're pinpointing, they call it a radiation tattoo. So it's specific areas, so it's not such a blast. But anyway, so that she, as they're doing it, just tell your cancer cells, you know, thank you for your lesson, thank you for teaching me, I'm learning, but it's okay, I'm okay now, you can leave. But we have this tendency to want to just push things out. You know, we don't want to get old, we want to do all these things, and instead, if we just look at ourselves with loving compassion and kindness and tenderness, and seek the lessons that are being shown. You know, we have laugh lines, might have a scar, I might have, you know, these dark spots because I'm spending time outside. We love on that part of ourselves. um, anyway, um, I just, I don't know why I even got started on that, but
Lynn,
yes.
Lynn,
Yes.
I've always had the feeling that when we finally get to the doctor and something is discovered and it's taken care of, it's because we've already gone through the lesson so it can be removed from the body.
Well,
S- the healing is part of the lesson,
absolutely,
but
absolutely. We
it's on
got
its way
lots of
out.
lessons coming up here, lots and lots of lessons. My uncle, who lives in Brook Spring Hill, just recently. So his wife died from Alzheimer's in December, and his birthday was March 4th, and he had a triple bypass. And there's other things. I have other, just, oh, it's just awe inspiring, the different events that are coming up that are kind of traumatic in all facets of my life right now. And I was talking to my mom and I said, I think God is just stirring the pot to bring all the bits from the bottom up so we
Yeah.
can see them and release them, see them for the lessons. And that's sometimes what happens with our skin, because sometimes you'll do like a mask or a scrub or something and it almost seems worse, but it's because you're revealing things.
Right.
And that's, it's revealing the layers of your life. And so as we do these things to support our body, it's not because our body is bad or has done something wrong. It's showing us the lessons in life, and we make it as we go along. um, and we learn to protect ourselves. So this is something we would use turmeric for, is to help protect. It's like, oh, this happened, and because I want to protect my body from the need to learn that lesson again, I'm going to take turmeric. Um, and you can use turmeric for anti-aging in several different ways, and they all help to reduce irritation and prevent early signs of aging, as well as um, helping to reverse some of the signs. You can make a turmeric tea or use the powdered turmeric in your cooking, or you can use the turmeric on the outside of your skin by making a simple mask with it. Um, but as you do it with love, because you love yourself. Cinnamon. So, well, technically a spice, cinnamon can also be considered a natural herb to help with anti aging. So, for your skin, cinnamon provides those precious anti inflammatory compounds in many of the herbs and other natural remedies for anti aging. The cinnamon can also protect your body in other ways, including arthritis and with things like tooth disease and bacteria in the body. Um, Many of us here in the call may use it as part of a blood sugar balancing protocol. And this is because it helps reduce stress on the body. And that can also help reduce stress on your face and skin in general. Um, Cinnamon is also widely used in Ayurvedic medicine for its healing properties. It is also said to have anti aging benefits as it prevents collagen breakdown and prevents loss of skin elasticity. And there was a study that says that it also boosts collagen synthesis, which again can prevent those signs of aging and help reverse what may already be happening. And the last food is our herb, our cloves. So, cloves are very similar to cinnamon, including in their health benefits and the components that make them so effective. In addition to being anti inflammatory, cloves will also provide antioxidants for your skin. Um, Clove, again, has immense health benefits. Clove oil is widely used in Ayurveda for treating just so many ailments. A study has also found that clove has free radical scavenging properties and contains antioxidants that slow down signs of aging. All right, so I've gone over the different herbs. We talked about um, ginseng, thyme, sage, turmeric, cinnamon, and cloves. These are not the only ones. These are ones that might be more readily available to you, but there are so many others. Um, so, are there any questions so far? Any of these herbs?
So, Lynn, if I make in, you've heard me mention before that we drink hibiscus tea in Mexico. We call it agua de Jamaica. We drink it cold.
Yeah.
So, if when I make the hibiscus tea,
Mm-hmm.
I can add cinnamon and cloves to it,
Yes,
and it might be better for me. It might have an enhanced effect
exactly.
because what I do is I make a very strong concoction and I freeze it in ice cubes
Mm.
because I'm lazy and I'd rather do it once for the whole week than every day. And then I just take it out and mix it with water. So do you think that would be okay mixing all those things?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm going to try that one.
And then let us know.
I'll let you know. I'm
You
sure
know,
I'm sure the flavor must be something like that Indian tea well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what comes up.
what's
The
coming to my
combination.
mind too is if you take um, thick orange slices and you can poke
And
the cloves in there and maybe just even put cinnamon sticks in there.
that might be good. Yes. Ooh, I'll try it with that. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I'm really thirsty.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to talk about vitamins. So, last up on the list are the vitamins. And so I'm just going to do a brief rundown of vitamins that can help with anti aging. Again, what your body needs to be in balance will help you because that's what it's all about. It's keeping our body in a balanced state as it goes through the process. How your body was when you were 20 is going to be different than when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. But you want to help it along each stage to be its best. All right, so we've got vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K, and B complex. All right. Oh, so vitamin C is found at high levels in the epidermis. That's the outer layer of your skin, as well as the dermis, which is the inner layer of your skin. It has cancer fighting properties, which makes it an antioxidant. And its role in collagen production helps keep your skin healthy. This is why vitamin C is one of the key ingredients found in many anti aging skincare products. Taking vitamin C orally can enhance the effectiveness of if you do put a sunscreen on or any of the essential oils. So if you're taking like a liposomal or a food-based vitamin C supplement, um, that can enhance what you're putting on your skin, especially from the UV rays. It does this by decreasing cell damage and helping the healing process of bodily wounds. Vitamin C can also help fend off the signs of aging because of its vital role in the body's natural collagen synthesis. It helps to heal damaged skin and, in some cases, reduces the appearance, it's like a commercial, reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So, adequate vitamin C intake can also help repair and prevent dry skin. Um, when I had some dental work done when I was down at Dr. Rita Marie's in Austin, they did the vitamin or vitamin C IV, and it was to help because of any of the work that would create wound, bleeding and whatever in my gums while they were doing the work. When your body is experienced a trauma, IV infusions of vitamin C can be so helpful. Again, that's a general statement. There are times, especially if you have an oxalate issue, where too much vitamin C can actually contribute to kidney stones. So, this is where testing and knowing your own body is so important. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is an essential nutrient that supports skin, eye, and reproductive health and your immune function, which is why when I would talk to people about this current virus that seems to be in the news a lot, I would talk about the importance of vitamin A because it supports the lining, the mucus lining in your lungs, along with supporting your immune system, modulating your immune system is what I've been told is the right thing to say. So there are two types of vitamin A. There's the retinoids, which is the preformed vitamin A, and the carotenoids, which is the proformed vitamin A. Both types are converted to retinol by the liver, which again is why it's so important your liver is working and functioning well. It's got a smooth, as they say in Chinese medicine, everything smoothly flows through it. And there in your liver, it's either stored or transported by the lymphatic system to cells throughout the body. Your skin is a retinoid responsive organ. And so it's able to readily absorb vitamin A when you apply it topically. Retinol stimulates production of new skin cells. Without it, skin can become overly dry. There was one study in particular that was reported in Toxicological Research that also indicate that retinol is effective at stimulating collagen production and reducing wrinkles, especially when it's used topically. And I see somebody. Okay. Well, keep in touch. I don't even know what time it is. Keep in touch, Judy. If you have questions, you'll get the replay, so let me know. Yeah, you'll definitely catch the recording. And before you go, I'm just letting people know in 2 weeks I'm doing another call just on Chinese medicine and Jing. So just watch your emails for that. Okay. Let's see, where am I?
Thank you.
Retinol.
Bye. Sorry, I gotta go.
Bye. No, that's okay. Thank you. Retinol stimulates production of new skin cells. I think I did that. Yeah. Carotenoids are high in antioxidants. I mentioned that before with some of the different things. Okay. Thanks for being here, Sue. Let's see. Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, we are definitely recording this. And I've talked about with some of the herbs and oils and things about carotenoids, but again, carotenoids are high in antioxidants. And research published in the European Journal of Pharmaceutics and Biopharmaceutics stated that a diet high in carotenoids, such as beta carotene, can prevent cell damage, premature skin aging, and other skin diseases. Vitamin K is essential in aiding the body's process of blood clotting, which helps the body heal wounds, bruises, and areas affected by surgery. The basic functions of vitamin K are also thought to help certain skin conditions, such as stretch marks, which are not just in pregnancy, spider veins, scars, dark spots, stubborn circles under the eyes, which I tend to have. So I've been taking vitamin K. Vitamin K can be found in many different topical creams for the skin, and it can help treat a variety of skin conditions. Doctors actually frequently use creams that contain vitamin K on their patients who have just undergone surgery to help reduce swelling and as well as the bruising. And this may help speed up skin healing. The research on vitamin K's effects on the skin is a little more limited than that for vitamins E and C, but there are some studies showing that. So it's good to see that doctors are actually recommending that. And the last set of vitamins that can especially help with anti-aging is your B complex. Several B complex vitamins may improve skin health. The water-soluble vitamins are readily available as supplements, and including as supplements that include all 12 B complex vitamins. A 2018 study found that vitamin B could help the body produce healthy new skin cells. Many studies suggest that B complex vitamins are most effective when people apply them directly to the skin. Vitamin B3 or niacinamide may help some signs of skin aging. Some studies suggest that it may help reduce the appearance of age spots and other forms of skin discoloration. So again, I'm making sure that I'm taking it. Um, and I have not found any skin creams that directly have B complex in it, so I've been looking for that. And some women report improvements in their skin and hair when taking prenatal vitamins that contain folate. So
Right.
I thought that was interesting. Folate may also, and there's a difference again between folate and folic acid. So you want to make sure your supplements have folate and not folic acid. Folate may also improve signs of skin aging, according to a 2011 study. Researchers found that a cream containing folate and creatine supported collagen gene expression and collagen fiber density. Collagen tends to decline with age, along with elastin, which causes your wrinkles and saggy skin. Vitamin B5 or pantothenic acid may help with both acne and skin aging. A randomized controlled trial from 2014 found that people who took a B5 dietary supplement for 12 weeks saw significant reductions in acne and skin inflammation. And then one 2010 study examined the effects of a skin cream containing vitamins E, B5, and B3, and the cream improved skin tone and texture within 6 weeks. I thought that was pretty quick. It also helped with age spots and hyperpigmentation. So you may notice that your skin tone is not even. And then that can also, so I have a daughter who has, oh gosh, I forgot the name of it now. She's got like pale spots in her different parts of her skin, vitiligo. And so I've been getting this for her. So, any questions on the vitamins? Of course, you want to make sure that they're good quality vitamins.
Okay.
Stay away from the stearic acids.
What type of vitamin A, Lynn?
So you can get both. So it comes in. You want the retinol is basically what it comes down
Thank
to.
you. I didn't write it down.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. That's a great question. Thank you.
I do have a question, not particularly to the vitamins. I didn't know I could ask questions. Earlier you say about using castor oil, and I was wondering if sometimes you infuse an oil with a herb. I was wondering if you can infuse these particular herbs like thyme or sage and castor oil and double the capacity of healing capacity, if you say that, of the castor
Absolutely.
oil. I know castor oil is not is not to be used orally, but topically.
Well, you can. It's just pleasant, and you want to make sure you do it minimally. Because I don't know if you ever saw Mary Poppins, where they talked about never gives castor oil. If you're really constipated, you can take some castor oil, but topically it is excellent for scars. And so yes, I think you are spot on putting like the thyme or rosemary or sage or any of those on there, and rubbing it in. It's really good if you do it at night, and then leave it on overnight.
Awesome. Thank you. I was curious about that. Now I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Then let us know how that works for you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Where am I?
Also, another quick question. There's going to be a replay, which I'm so happy, but also will we be able to get the slides?
Yes. Well, yeah, because you get the, I see what you're saying. I usually just give the replay and not the slides. So email me if you want the slides.
Awesome. Thank you.
People don't really want the slides. Yeah.
We'll do.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome. All right. Where am I here? So if you don't feel like you're getting enough vitamins through your food sources, don't forget you can take additional supplements. Okay, now we're going to get into a little bit more of the wooey stuff. The connection between chakras and aging. So I'm going to talk a little about chakras and the 5 Tibetan rites. The chakra connection, this is kind of my attempt at kind of a grand unified theory of aging based on the merging of the physical and metaphysical, the spiritual aspects of human beings. The 5 Tibetan rites is an ancient system of anti-aging exercise to address this aspect of aging. And so we have this chakra connection. So again, I gotta take a sip here. First, let me kind of warn you that what I am going to say is pure speculation on my part. I have no scientific evidence to back this up, but again, I just looked to patterns and then just this convergence of aging theory and fact to try and figure out what might be happening. So I'm proposing that the primary driver of aging is actually the neuroendocrine system, and that all other manifestations of aging are kind of secondary to the decline in your critical hormones. And I say this because we know from evidence that hormone replacement therapy, it can in some people greatly increase general health and quality of life. However, there is another reason, and that is what I call the chakra connection. So this is where we get into the 5 Tibetan rites. The ancients in India and Tibet, which are 2 of the oldest cultures in existence, believed that our spiritual bodies are connected to our physical bodies by what are called chakras. And these are energy vortexes that, as you might have guessed, tend to become less energized with age. And the chakras, there are 7 main chakras. There are several other chakras, but these 7 main ones correspond with your endocrine glands, which is your hormonal system. And the energy from the chakras is said to, in turn, energize these glands and keep our hormonal system functioning strongly. So the 7 chakras can be balanced and re-energized using a system of exercises called the 5 Tibetan rites. These 5 rites or exercises were allegedly used by the lamas of Tibet to maintain the energy and vitality of their chakras and then ward off old age. And this is where I feel we have the chakra connection. You know, perhaps the reason why science is not able to pinpoint the root cause of aging is because they're unwilling to consider this spiritual connection as a possibility. To them, it just isn't scientific. You know, aging theory must conform to known science and metaphysics. So, you know, is chakra re-energizing the answer? There is a book called Vibrational Medicine by Dr. Richard Gerber, MD, Gerber. And in this book, he talks about the human body as, you're smiling, Beatrice, have you read this?
I'm smiling, Lynn, because you're reading books that I read so many years ago and they're still very valid. Yes,
Very valid.
I
Yeah.
love it. It's excellent.
Yeah. Well, and so he said that the human body is a form of a high-tech machine that encases the spiritual body and allows it to function on the physical plane. And, you know, some people may find this too far out to take seriously, but this conception of the body does seem to provide answers to some of the more perplexing questions about aging theory and just the nature of life. And, you know, some people say it sounds like mythology, but when you consider that the chakras correspond to our endocrine glands, it just to me begins to make sense. And so, if these chakras are indeed the interface point between the spiritual and physical parts of ourselves, then it would make sense that the root of aging occurs when the energy in the chakras begins to decline. And that decline would then manifest itself in the deterioration of our endocrine glands and the critical hormones that they produce. And so you have this chain of events that would inevitably lead to the deterioration in all body systems. And so I feel this is a true anti-aging exercise. You know, I mean, this is good news that daily performing of the 5 Tibetan rites, it's said to re-energize the chakras, and it can rejuvenate the body. And it's very simple. It's non-strenuous. It can be learned and performed by anyone. You don't have to be a Tibetan Lama. You just need to care about your body and to invest the time. It takes about 10 minutes a day to perform them. You know, it's like, could true anti-aging be that simple? Um, you know, the more I read about them, I feel like they just keep surprising us, these ancient theories and these ancient peoples, because, you know, they have all this knowledge of the body. So I would be willing to bet that they knew what they were doing, and that the chakra connection that I've kind of been proposing here is more accurate than that. And so you can get more information about the chakras and 5 Tibetan rites by watching this video. It's about a 20-minute video because they explain some of it. And so when you watch this, you can get that link. All right. So the next thing we're going to move to is Venus, Saturn, and aging. If you've ever had your natal chart done and know about where Venus and Saturn are, this is just one aspect of aging and aging well, that it's important that you know what your Venus Saturn aspects are in your natal chart. So Saturn represents contraction and effort, and Jupiter represents expansion and grace. So Saturn indicates joints, tendons, spleen, nerve tissues, teeth, skin, knees, parts of your legs between your ankles and knees, your bones, and your phlegm and secretory system. Venus indicates the sexual organs and pelvis, your private parts, semen or ovum. Let's see, your urinary bladder, kidneys, throat, upper neck, face, eyes, chin, cheeks, and skin. And so this is about aging gracefully and aging well. So, as we've talked in some of this, lack of vitamin E is a major possibility when Venus is in a hard aspect with Saturn. And a lack of the vitamin can cause a variety of skin disorders. So again, find out what your Venus Saturn aspect is. For example, if you have this kind of a hard aspect, your skin might bruise easily, or the aging process of wrinkles and sagging skin just may be hastening along a little faster than you think. Especially since the hard aspect between Venus and Saturn also indicates the deficiency of the anti-aging nutrient PABA. PABA is ruled by Saturn. skin problems such as eczema, dermatitis, lupus, vitiligo, wrinkles, dark skin, and dark spots may also occur, requiring the external application of a papa cream. I'm going to take another sip of water. Vitamin E is also concerned with the blood and clotting process, particularly in the veins, and your veins are ruled by Venus. An inability to assimilate vitamin E can result in loss of venous elasticity. And it's interesting, it's venous elasticity, but I mean Venus as in veins, but it sounds the same. Moreover, clotting or thrombosis formation can occur from a lack of vitamin C, which is ruled by Saturn, and E in combination. So if either, the other thing too is to know what sign the planets are in. So if either Saturn or Venus are in Aquarius in your chart, the clotting will probably take place in the legs. If they're in Gemini, it will probably take place in your lungs. So I'm just going to touch briefly on those things. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But other potential deficiencies can also cause problem with the veins. For instance, the veins may become fragile because of you lack sufficient bioflavonoids, which I've been talking about with the different herbs and everything, because bioflavonoids are ruled by Saturn. So to keep them elastic and permeable, you want to have that sufficient amount of bioflavonoids, as well as your vitamins E and C, because that will keep the blood and veins healthy in general. And that will discourage clotting, or what they call phlebitis, from occurring. Yes.
Lynn, does parsley have vitamin E?
I don't think so, because vitamin E is a fat soluble vitamin. So I don't
Probably not.
recall vitamin E in parsley. If it is, I don't think it's the main thing that it has. But parsley is really good for other reasons, because it actually has a lot of vitamin C in it.
Okay, this is why I'm telling you, because my grandmother used to say, I go back, my beauty routine is from my grandmother. If you have the big veins that you were talking about at the beginning as you get older in the hands, she would tell people, including my mother and me for whenever I needed it, to make parsley tea
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
and drink it every day, and that would help. She never said it would be immediate.
Right.
The next day or a week afterwards, she would say it takes a few weeks,
Yeah.
but you do it because it's good for your body. Had
Yeah.
you ever heard about that?
Oh, definitely. Parsley is amazing. I always thought it was interesting when I would go to the grocery store, I'd have to go to the salad bar because they would line things or use it as a garnish. They didn't
Yes.
sell it.
Yes.
Let's see, parsley, vitamin. E. Let's see. It does have some. It does have E, vitamin C, A, and E.
Thank you. So that
Yes.
helps a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you. Great.
And may I make another comment on
Absolutely.
when you were talking about when you were talking about Botox at the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
I read not too long ago, and I have not checked it myself, so it might be off, but it sounded logical to me that one of the dangers of Botox, there were two things. The first one is that if you do Botox in the face, it is injected in the meridians, starting with the third eye,
Third eye, exactly, and your pineal gland.
in the pineal gland, and in the meridians. Also, surprisingly, the same article said that uh, there is a link between the muscles and the expression that they give our face and the brain and the emotions, how we feel. So if you have a face that does not express any emotions like anger or
Yeah.
surprise, little by little, it starts deadening the emotions. That to me was really scary. And it sounds very logical. But
Yeah.
like I said, I have not checked it. I
Well,
don't know if you've heard anything about that.
no, but it's a natural. Yeah, it makes complete sense to me. It's like
Yeah.
in fact, my inner guidance is going, you don't need to check that
Yeah.
fact.
It came from a university in Europe
Yep.
that
It
I was reading, and they said that those were some of the non physical
mm-hmm.
dangers of Botox for
Yeah.
whoever was interested in it. First, that it sort of deadens the meridians in your body
Yeah.
for acupuncture, and the rest of it you heard.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't get to the root cause of
That's right.
and part of that root cause is being happy with who you are.
That's and enjoying your
So
face.
and enjoying who you are, that and all these things that you have rightfully earned. And so all of these things I'm suggesting is not because I think we need to be forever young, but because our skin is an indicator of our health.
That's right.
So, um, and there's something satisfying about taking care of ourselves,
Yeah.
you know? So that's kind of why I'm doing this.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. No, this is great. The other thing here with our veins is copper, and copper is also necessary to keep veins elastic. And if you have a hard aspect from Mars and Pluto, there can be a possibility of aneurysms from insufficient copper, especially if Jupiter is also involved. Now, there are other aspects if you have too much copper, if your body doesn't process it very well. I also wrote in my blog post, not blog post, my Facebook post the other day um, about pillowcases. And they make a pillowcase that's kind of infused, if you want to call it that, with copper. And that's actually really good for your skin and your hair to sleep on a pillow that has um, copper interwoven in the pillowcase.
It's like using copper in the face masks because copper kills viruses.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and bacteria.
and bacteria. They don't say it kills anything in the face mask, but that is that. And so I was wondering if is that why traditionally the old the
Oh,
old
yeah,
co- you know what I mean, that the
yep.
lines for water in old houses were copper.
Well, it was also cheaper. Um, it actually did a lot of damage, all that copper, because you get too much copper, and that can really
Because
screw
you
things
can get
up.
too much anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it was just cheap. That's why they did copper pipes.
I love copper jewelry. It's beautiful.
Yeah. See, and if your body gravitates for it, that just shows you have that need for it.
Then you fit, yeah.
Yeah. Now kidneys, and again, when in 2 weeks when I do the talk on Jing, um, kidneys have a direct correlation with our Jing, and kidney ailments are also possible if you have a hard aspect between Venus and Saturn, because Venus rules the planet Libra, and Libra is the regulator of the kidneys. And so there's some speculation that kidney damage can be inflicted by too much fluorine, which is ruled by Saturn. And that can cause blockage of the tubules. Um, with and so sometimes you'll hear people, this is important for your thyroid, because if you have too much fluorine, then that inhibits your body's processing of iodine, which is the food for your thyroid.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. So with an aspect from Mars or Pluto, there may be kidney stones. If the sun is involved, there could be kidney calcification because of vitamin D, which is ruled by the sun. It's not surprising. Um, if that isn't present in sufficient quantities, it can't distribute the calcium properly. And so if Venus or Saturn is in Libra with an additional aspect from Mars, there may be inflammation of the kidneys from lack of vitamin E. So again, as you listen to the replay, I encourage you to have your natal chart there to see more about how this reflects you. Other potential ailments with this configuration are an acid alkaline imbalance in the body from insufficient calcium, which is ruled by Saturn, especially if you have a hard aspect from Pluto. Skin lesions over the body, dermatitis from pellagra, ulcerations, pustules, or any tumors of the outer skin from a lack of niacin, possible copper poisoning. And then if you have too much copper, that destroys your vitamin C. And that's especially if you have an aspect from Pluto or Neptune. You can have problems in protein metabolism if you don't have sufficient copper, and you may have possible osteoporosis in the bones. So knowing your copper balance, your what your level of copper is, your vitamin C, all of these are important.
How do
And
you know?
well, there's a couple different ways. A more expensive way is the NutriVale test. And then actually the one I prefer to use, and it's much less expensive, is the Viome. You can do either the gut health, it's a stool test first, as well as they have a health intelligence kit, which is stool and a blood spot. So, it's good to have the testing done because it's going to correlate what your chart is telling you.
Yeah.
So, so I'm just sharing this because it's just added information for you to discover more the beauty of your own unique self. I mean, it starts from the day you're born. So let's wrap this up. So if you're ready to discover the new world of anti-aging remedies beyond what we've been talking here, you can go to my website, see more. You can email me at lynn@feedingyourhealth.com. I'm going to stop this share so I can share with you my website. Let's see. Here we go. It's the one thing when you share. So on my website, I have my blog up here. So you can go through and see the different things that I've been, I'll say, and in my blog. So you can see the different things that I've been writing about.
I missed it.
Yeah, so it's feedingyourhealth.com, and just click on the blog. If you want to know, if you want to just schedule a conversation with me, just to have that one-on-one time and say, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? You just schedule your free consultation here. And this might be what you want to do, Beatrice.
Yeah.
And then,
that.
yeah.
Because there's some instinct in me that tells me that I know what I have to do and I haven't done it. Because I've been trying everything the doctors recommend and it really hasn't worked at all. So.
Well, you are your expert. And the only other thing I want to say is it'll probably come up in your time zone, but if you need to change it, just go here, click on this little arrow, and then click set time zone. And then you get to choose when you want to talk to me. So I just point that out because sometimes that set time zone button confuses people. They don't know they're supposed to click on it. The other thing, if you choose to work with me, is I have a recipe guide, a pantry list, a food diary, and then 4 weeks of meal plans here. I'll just share some of the recipes that you get here. Come on. I just want to make sure. Can you see this recipe collection?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, I start with breakfast. Um, and you may see these once in a while. I'll post them either in the emails or on the Facebook. Again, as you work with me, we'll go over the recipes to see what it is, what changes we can make. Maybe you don't tolerate spinach, then we'll talk about others. Just some basic recipes. I have salad dressings, snacks. This is a really good snack my grandkids like. Um, different ideas for lunch and dinner, and then dessert. Okay. Each month I do a different recipe collection. And so that's what this one is. Um,
Very good.
and then there is the pantry list. So it's just like your shopping list. And then um, a meal planner where I'll list out some ideas, but if you want to change it, you can do that, and ideas and places
You
for you
sent
to
us
write.
one of those, Lynn. Yes.
Yep. Um, so the other thing I'm going to share real quick, I know I've shared about the call in 2 weeks on thing, but I'm also in the middle stages of creating a membership program. And so I just going to briefly ask you either ponder it or if you have ideas here. So the idea is that it's going to be about $20, and that when you're in it, you'll automatically get that recipe folder. And the first Saturday morning of the month, we would have a class. So you would get this recipe thing. So you'd have all your food there. I will invite the rest of my list, but you would be the only ones to get the recipe, and we'll make food, and you get to do it
Yeah.
along with me because you get it, and it just shows how you can be prepared to make those recipes. You would also get the permanent recording, whereas those not in the would not get that. It would also include the replay for the class. So not everybody would get the replay, only those in the membership. We would have 2 other calls throughout the month. You don't have to attend, they're always recorded, but you get to have a place to ask questions, whether about your health or the topic or something like that. Plus, you would get a discount on working with me one-on-one. So,
That is good.
yeah.
That's good.
So that's my thought process right now. And so I wanted to just kind of put that out there. And if you have any other things you would like to see in this, just let me know.
Thank you. We'll think
Yeah.
about it, but that sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, any other questions, any other thoughts as you review the replay? Just let me know what you think. You can either email me or post on Facebook. Just let me know.
I will, Lynn. This was very good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I never thought about what I eat as a beauty component, so you changed my way of thinking about it. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, because you have the most beautiful skin.
I don't know about that anymore, but but I still follow my grandmother's recipes, which are getting to be about 2,000 years old by now.
Wow.
So so it's just the basics, whatever we have in the kitchen, and try it out to see if it's for you. And if not, no harm done. Just don't use it
No
again.
harm, no foul. Yeah.
That's right. You
exactly.
haven't spent $150 on some beauty cream or anything. By the way, I wanted to tell you, my sister who uses essential oils and has for years likes to buy some creams, and she mixes some essential oils in the
Mm-hmm.
creams. And I
Mm-hmm.
think you mentioned that.
Yep.
So so she does that,
Yep.
and it works
Exactly.
fine for her.
You want to make sure what it's made from. Uh,
Yes,
you know, you can make your own kind of a cream with shea butter, cocoa butter, that type of thing.
that
Um,
cup and beeswax. Uh,
beeswax,
I'm experiment.
avocado.
Yeah, I'm experimenting on a cream today that I'm
Oh,
going to make. I've put marigold
oh
in
yeah.
jojoba oil out in the sun,
Oh,
and I've had it there for about 2 months now. So I
okay.
decided it was time to bring it in, and I'm just going to mix it up with some beeswax, and I have shea butter,
So
and I'm going to
we
make
have
it
a
a little.
new moon coming on this weekend, right? So you may want to, when
That's right.
you make it, put it out and with your any of your gems or stones and
Yes,
an intention to charge it.
an intention to charge it. Thank you. And yes, so let's see what happens because I've always worked with oils, not with creams. A little bit thicker. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Let you know.
excited to hear about that.
Yeah,
Let us know how
I
that
think it'll
works.
be okay. I think
Yep.
it'll be okay.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
Yeah. When my grandmother was teaching me to cook, I would say, I don't know how this is going to come out. And she would say, you're using very good ingredients, so it has to come out delicious. And that's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it. Exactly.
So I'll
I
let you know.
completely agree.
I like your what you're thinking about for them
The membership.
for the membership. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank
Um,
you.
it's just the technology putting everything in
Everything in.
and I'm feeling my way along and we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Thank
Yeah.
you, Lynn. By the way, I changed an appointment I had today so I wouldn't miss any of this. Oh
Oh,
no, it was my fault. The doctor kept wanting to see me on a Wednesday, and I said yes. And I said, "What am I doing?" No, I changed her appointment fast, so I have it another day next week.
well, I'm going to play around with different days because I know during the week it's not always as easy for people. So I think I may do a Saturday next month just to see if that works for
How it
people.
goes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lynn.
you're very welcome.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
thank you for being here, Rocky. It was nice to see you or hear you.
Okay. Bye.
Alrighty,
My
bye.
cat says thank you. Also, she's right here.
Which one is it?
It's the young female that always likes to come to the meditation classes.
Yes.
And with Beauty, I had to get up because she was outside the door crying to get in.
Oh, I heard her.
Yes.
All right.
So she came in now and she's looking at me. I have a basket for her up right behind the computer.
I love it.
She likes that. So thank you, Lynn. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.